everybody, and welcome back to another AGP podcast. As always, I am your host. I am Amanda. I am the one, the only, the owner operator of this amazing group, AGP. Of course, today we are going to have to talk about Star Wars because Star Wars Celebration 2022 in Anaheim, California just happened, and a lot of information came out from games to trailers to something that really is a Star Wars related, but is awesome anyway. And I can't wait to actually watch it. And it's the only reason why I'm going to be having Disney Plus again. But before we get into that, of course, we have to bring on the amazing panelists that'll be helping me, hopefully not derailing me, just helping me with the show today. Of course, we're going to start off with my right hand, the woman who makes everything possible. If it wasn't for her, I don't know what my inventory would be. The one, the only, Cassie!
Hi, I don't pay you enough to say that. Just saying.
Yeah, well, I don't pay you at all, but you still work your ass off for me, so there.
Yeah. We got Gemma too.
And my Gemma Jew. And of course, someone who's like trying to spoil one of the trailers straight off the bat from Twitter to his profile picture, the one and only Cal Katesh. I don't know if I said that right.
Kastesh. Okay.
Whatever.
Get it right.
Yeah.
I've already seen the trailer for this specific announcement.
And you're gonna watch it again.
Hey, gladly. I loved the first game. It was brilliant, and I love that it's canon. And it's brilliant. Oh my god. There's like some canon pieces in the first game where it links to Force Awakens, and I'm just like, bruh, this is amazing.
And I will let you spew all of that out right before we go into the trailer. How about that?
Hell yeah.
It'll be your show at that point. And
Hell
speaking
yeah.
of people who take over, and he's actually going to be talking about Star Wars and not Fortnite, hopefully. The one, the only, DadMan!
Charmed, I'm sure.
Even though y'all did see,
you're last of what's left of their old religion.
by the way, y'all did see who we're getting in the Battle Pass. Right? Since it is Star Wars related anyway.
Anakin Skywalker.
No, we're getting Darth Vader.
Exactly.
What he said.
The only reason to buy the Battle Pass for next season is to get
Grandma Tarkin. Give me Grandma Tarkin.
Yeah, yes, they're gonna give us Grand Moff Tarkin and Mon Mothma. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
The two heads of both of the factions.
Well, if they really care, they give Ash his boy Darth Maul. You know.
You know, that'd be here. My only thing is, they gave Obi-Wan this little digging thing. What are they gonna give Vader as his pickaxe? Like, seriously.
He just force checks everybody. He just breaks everything.
But man, I knew the Star Wars Celebration was going, but they've never live streamed it before. So finding out that they live streamed it and I wasn't there, because I would have loved to have stream shared that. So upset. Even though there is one thing that I'm kind of glad, because they're like, "Hey everybody, we're doing the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones," and I went, my most hated Star Wars movie of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Like
including that's including the sequels. I still hate Attack of the Clones the most. I'm just like, it is like Attack of the Clones has the best line in it about sand, because Attack of the Clones is like sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere, and I don't like it. I know, Ash, you like the prequels, but you know me.
Yeah.
I don't know. The love story just feels so forced, and I'm like, I'm bored now. When does this movie Star Wars? Because I'm bored now. That's never a good sign when you're like, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go get some popcorn and stuff. Somebody tell me when the Star Wars movie starts Star Warsing. I'll come back. All right? Oh, great.
And no one would call you because
No one would call me till like the end. Like, hey, they're Star Warsing, but it's kind of CGI, and Yoda looks like Kermit the Frog on crack. You might want to come see this.
Yeah, that's what's it. Always.
So, of course, the very first thing that I really want to show off, probably my favorite announcement from Star Wars, happened to be something that's actually not Star Wars related.
Okay.
But
Right.
well,
I got nothing.
I mean, it has a guy who's been in Star Wars, and it's done by Lucasfilm, and it's gonna be on Disney Plus. And as soon as this stupid, there we go, thank you, stupid good for nothing commercials because of YouTube.
YouTube.
All right, everybody ready? Because I'm so excited for this.
No.
Ready.
I'm not ready.
Willow!
Oh, this! Hell yeah. I saw this trailer. It's great.
Okay, so I am a huge fanatic of the original Willow movie. Like, I
Oh,
absolutely love it. Willow,
yeah.
you idiot! And when she called Willow an idiot, I about fell out. I love that movie. I wasn't ready.
The only thing of Willow that I know is Warwick Davis, and that's it. I know nothing else.
You've
Yeah.
got to watch the original is so awesome. Val Kilmer as Mad Mardigan.
I saw it once. I'm not a Willow person, but hey.
Oh God, no!
I
No,
watched it
no,
too
no.
late. Like, I watched it as an adult, so it was fine as a movie, but it was, of course, like, not cinematically anything, great. 'Cause
So,
it was kind of boring.
Cassie, you've kind of known me for like eons, and I'll be like, I just let them have it. It'll put hair on their chest. I've said that quite a few times, and
Is
I
that from
got it.
Willow?
And it's from Willow. There's a scene where Mad Mardigan, played by Val Kilmer, is feeding the baby Blackroot, and he's like, "What are you doing? Give her to Blackroot. It'll help her. It'll put hair on her chest. She doesn't need hair on her chest. She's a princess." Funny line. Love it. I stole it. Now, not only are we getting a TV series on Disney Plus, and Warwick Davis is coming back, but he wears his original outfit. So,
Right.
because I'm the only fan, it's still great for me. Plus, it has a really hot redhead in it. In the
Oh,
original.
well, I'm
The
in.
unlikely hero.
Hot
I'm
redhead. Maybe you should
excited.
lead with that next time.
Look at him! Ah!
All grown up.
There is a balance between all things, light and shadow, good and evil.
I'm really interested. I'm thinking the blonde-haired girl is Aurora Danning, who was the little baby in the first one.
When that balance is upset,
But so is this like a sequel to the
the
original?
universe corrects.
Yes, this is a sequel to the original. He's wearing his original outfit. I think he's the only original character coming back.
I'm glad they did that though, because it gives a grounding point between the two films.
Into the unknown. That's where we must go.
Love
And mute the music because that's definitely going to be copywritten. But I'm really excited for it. Okay, so seeing the fact that Warwick Davis is coming back as Willow Wofgood, and he's perfected his magic at this point, and he's wearing his original outfit. I do believe that the blonde is going to be playing the older version of what used to be the little princess. Even though I thought she had like cherry blonde hair, but you know, hair color could change from a kid sometimes as they grow older.
A lot of times.
A lot of times. No, I don't want to see 10 things I didn't know about Willow for 3 years ago from Minty Comics. I've already watched it.
Is the original Willow on Disney Plus as well?
Yes, it is.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yes,
definitely
it is.
watch it then.
So if you have Disney Plus or you know somebody who has Disney Plus, if you're into fantasies, I think it's a great movie. It's funny. It's got action. Val Kilmer is just bank in it. It was the movie that made me fall in love with Val Kilmer, to be honest. I always found it to be a great movie, entertaining, and I'm always it's like watching a D&D go live on.
I keep
the screen.
forgetting who Val Kilmer is. I keep finding out and then I keep forgetting again.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to think of what he might have watched that Val Kilmer is in.
Apparently, he was Batman in Batman Forever.
He was, yes, and he's Ice in Top Gun, and
He's in Tombstone. He's in Real Geniuses.
God,
I
he
love
is
Real Genius.
Oh my no, dude, he is so amazing as Doc Holliday
Val Kilmer
in
was
Tombstone.
God in The Prince of Egypt.
He does very well.
Oh wow.
Yes. He was also he was the
Awesome.
Val Kilmer is the voice of God in The Prince of Egypt. He is God.
I
could join
don't
Morgan
think I
Freeman
realized that. I love that movie, and I love Val Kilmer. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Prince of Egypt was excellent.
Dad, come on. I know you've seen Tombstone. I know you have a comment on that.
No, I don't like a lot of the modern westerns. So no.
Old school only.
I just haven't seen them. Tombstone. What's
I
Tombstone?
think Amanda's soul just left her body.
I hear Tombstone. I think of a pizza. Cheese pizza.
Oh, you should watch it. It's a good one. My husband loves it.
Okay, as a fan of classic westerns, please, Dad, try Tombstone.
Give it a chance.
Unforgiven knocked me out of anything after that. So,
Because I think with your love of classic westerns, you're gonna like it. And Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday is absolutely brilliant. And
He is
Kurt
great.
Russell, help me. He plays the main character in Tombstone.
Earp Wider.
Earp, yeah. Kurt Russell as Wyatt Earp makes you believe that he is psychotic and a family man all at the same time.
To be honest, after those two Christmas films, whenever I hear of Kurt Russell, I just think Santa. After his two Christmas films,
Hey, and you know what? In his Christmas films, he makes you believe that he's Santa is psychotic all at the same time. They're both believable. Kind of the same thing with Tombstone. He works really well with, I'm a family man. If you mess with my family, I will kill you. Yeah, he does that really well. He's amazing. But yeah, Willow, definitely excited for. I know I do find it funny that no, it's not a Star Wars thing, but it was released at Star Wars, and I also enjoy the fact that that Lucasfilm is still working with it. It's going to be directed by Ron Howard.
Oh,
so that's good.
Who directed
Solo?
Huh?
What's a
Who directed Solo?
Well, I'm
sorry.
Is Solo a sore subject here? Okay, I didn't realize.
Well, also Ash's guy, the guy that never dies.
I mean,
Solo.
The movie I almost got knocked out by my own kid at watching because I talked out too loud.
It's a movie that lost money.
Well, look what they did. I mean, come on. The fact that they're like, we're going to tell you everything about him. Solo. His last name is because he has nobody.
And they gave us the gift that kept on giving. The guy that got cut in half fell down a garbage chute. They came back to life to run a crime syndicate. There you go, Ash. Sorry.
And what kept him alive was his hatred and his dark side of the Force, and that kept him alive.
Which means he's much stronger than any other Sith Lord that existed before him, including those that lasted eons and managed to transfer their spirits throughout the galaxy. Gotcha.
Darth Maul survived.
She's tapping me.
I'm staring at you.
Oh, that's how it's happening.
All we need is a few more people.
His things underneath me.
Bad DadMan.
You knew he was gonna say it. You knew he couldn't.
I couldn't help it. I got on that. Okay, sorry.
You're Dad.
What?
Darth Maul's a badass. Sorry.
And he died in Phantom Menace, never to be born
again.
And he's played by Sam Witwer, and Sam Witwer was just perfect. Oh my God.
I don't care
what people said. Dad, keep in mind. the creator of Star Wars was going to have him as his big bad in his sequels to Star Wars.
Then he should have not killed him off in the first one, because
That's why he allowed him to come back in the Clone Wars.
It's still a mistake, even if he is the creator. He wasn't always right. Like when somebody, because theoretically, what he did, what he is able to do, is transcends anything any more powerful Sith Lord ever did or had done to that point, or even since. I mean, even Palpatine, he was a trained Sith Lord. He the best he could do is throw his body into clones, and they still died rapidly. They could not live forever like this guy apparently has the ability to.
Well, no, he didn't live forever. He eventually dies.
Well, because they conveniently decided he had
Or
to
did
have
he?
10 million lives.
He died to Obi-Wan on Tatooine, and he's buried on
And I don't
Tatooine.
care what they quote say is canon in that case, because they made it up. Filoni and them made it up because they saw the marketing on the wall. He died in that reactor in the first battle on Naboo, plain and simple, because other Sith Lords could not survive that, and he was just an apprentice.
Well, he was already getting ready to overthrow Palpatine anyway. He wanted to overthrow Palpatine. And then his hatred for being killed for Obi-Wan, his hatred of Obi-Wan is what kept him alive.
But I think
so
his
extra hatred, his connection to the Force just kept him alive.
But Ash, there were other Sith Lords that had much more hate for people, the whole galaxy and universes, and for other Sith that still also died.
I don't know.
Or when they,
do you want to get a bite to eat while they just?
I was going to grab some popcorn.
Ash, they were trapped to one location. In a spirit sense, they could not get into the body and travel the galaxy.
I mean, to be honest, we could put the theory to the test. We could cut you in half, and then you could have so much hatred for me it will keep you alive. But I mean,
I could never hate you, Ash, even if you did cut me in half.
Even if I cut you in half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Such a good
guy.
Then
that theory's just out down the drain.
Wow, we've taken over the show now. Ash.
Absolutely, absolutely. So how?
Are we done?
How's everyone doing?
Hey.
Can I have the show back now?
Hey, there's that Huntress again.
I don't know if you've seen this logo right here.
I want to grab some popcorn.
Oh, cool.
Just popcorn. It's fine, guys. It's fine.
Oh my God, boys. What am I going to do with you? All right.
Well,
Eshy.
I mean, it's an interesting topic, though.
No. You removed the no talking channel point thing. We could have kept the conversation going.
I got plenty of channel points.
Me too, but the option's not there.
No, we don't do that.
Yes, let's go. Let's watch the trailer. Oh,
all right.
Yes. Play the thing. Do it.
Ash,
play it.
Wait, Ash, did you want to give a little bit of love and adoration to what a lot of people are calling one of the best Star Wars games that came out that this is a sequel to, and how it actually connects to the Force Unleashed?
Force Unleashed, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about the connection. Like the main connection I know is this game's connection to the Force Awakens.
Oh, Force Awakens.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I want the Force Unleashed to be canon so bad. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So the connection to the Force Awakens is in Jedi Fallen Order, the Jedi planet that they use to go and get their kyber crystals from. So every Padawan goes with a master, I believe, and to Ilum, and they go and get their first kyber crystal, and they bring it back, and that's how they build their very first lightsaber.
Can I add to that?
Go on.
If you guys have not actually seen the Clone Wars, what's really cool about it is you don't just go in and go, oh, look, I found a kyber crystal. The crystal calls to you and it tests you. So you have to go through these sequences, kind of like, to see if you're worthy for that crystal. And then if the crystal deems you worthy, it will show itself to you. And that will be your kyber crystal, which will define the color of your saber.
Yeah.
And also it helps with how you end up building your saber.
Definitely.
Continue.
Yeah. So basically that planet, when you play through that planet in the game, the Empire is actually already there and building a massive trench through that planet. Now, cut to the Force Awakens, Starkiller Base is a massive white snow planet, and when you line up the shot of the trench and you line up landmarks on the planet, it's basically Ilum from Force Awakens and the Jedi planet and the wider universe. And so basically, it's in the process of being built in Jedi Fallen Order, and we see full Starkiller Base in Force Awakens. So boom. But the game in general, it's a really good story. It's very good combat. It's kind of like Dark Souls style combat, where it's very calculated. It's got very similar lock-on system for enemies. The combat mechanics is like your standard bumper trigger attacks, and there's similar dodging. So it's like a Dark Souls style combat system, but it's built onto the Star Wars mythos and story, and you can go to different planets. You can do stuff on different planets. We get to go to Dathomir in the game. Like, we can explore Dathomir. Yes.
You just had to bring up somebody's home planet, didn't you?
Yep.
The
We see
Sisters-
more of the
the
Night
Night Sisters
Sisters
from
on
Dathomir.
Dathomir. Yeah.
So is Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Darth
you
Maul's
got to
good.
remember the Night Sisters and Darth Maul.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
the same species.
Yeah.
They're the male and female versions of each other, which is where some people do get the feeling of, towards what you were talking about earlier, something that helps Darth Maul also on top of everything else that ended up helping him survive is
we
because
also-
of what his species is and his connections to that planet, and the fact that the mother didn't want him to die either.
Yeah.
So they kind of hint on it in the
Yeah.
Clone Wars, that she was kind of protecting him and using the spell to help him as well.
Well, yeah, and that was because if you watch more of the Clone Wars TV show, we actually find out how they became Force sensitive and trained as Sith. At the time, it was Darth Tyrannus, but we know as Dooku, because he basically wanted a Dathomiri Sith. And so they basically went to Dathomir, went to the Night Sisters and be like, okay, give me a Sith Knight. And they basically went to the male village, took a male as a champion. They made them fight each other to get the strongest, and then took them, did some weird voodoo shit, and then Darth Tyrannus got them, and the rest is history. So yeah.
Well,
Moving
I'm
on.
proud of you guys good about this stuff. It makes me happy.
Kathy's here to learn.
No, seriously. Yeah. That's,
Open your textbooks to page 10.
Cassie, are you
Let me
taking
take
notes?
notes.
There's a
I
big
should
test
be.
at the end of it.
I need that notebook that I have upstairs. Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, the sequel, Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Hell yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're using a new engine for this game. It looks amazing.
Tell me, Cal Kestis, why lead when they won't follow? Why fight?
Go, Cal!
You can't win. What is your next move?
Getting a
Jedi.
sequel? Duh, it's right here. Sequel.
You can tell he's matured as well.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
And hold on, because I know that's going to be copywritten with a big slam.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 2023.
So Ash, you
next
have
year-
not played the game. What's that spoiler right there?
Sorry?
The person in the tank, who is it?
It's I think it's either no, it's a new character, it's a new person. I have two theories. Either I'm not either Revan or Starkiller. I'm going with Revan or Starkiller. One of the two. because those are two like name drop, like mic drop characters that they could add into these games, and if they did, mind explosion, nerdgasms everywhere. Yeah.
Nerdgasm.
Nerdgasm. All right. So, in case you are wondering, this does take place 5 years after the events of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Hell
So
yeah.
this,
Okay.
and of course, yeah, everybody's talking. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Obviously, back to tanks are nothing new. Fett had to use one. Vader had to use one. Luke's had to use one. They are kind of interesting. We do know this. The person has long white hair. The skin is kind of like the Sephiroth skin. There are some people that think that it might be Terran Malikos. And if you don't know that, he is a Jedi that was on Dathomir in the original game.
Oh yes, him. Yes, I've heard that theory. I don't think it is, personally.
They're going based off of the thing of the fact that it has hair and the white hair, things like that.
I think it'd be too cliche, like an old antagonist coming back, being healed up in a back the tank. I think this would be I think this is going to be somewhat different because that tank looks like it's been there for a long time. Like
the other big thing, and this is where I screwed up because I should have said Force Awakens instead of the Force Unleashed. Is there's a lot of people who are saying that this is supposed to be Star Killer from Star Wars The Force Unleashed, which was one of my all-time, and still is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars games, next to Star Wars Bounty Hunters.
Hell yeah.
So I kind of fluked at the beginning. My bad. But yeah, I am... Now, Dad, you don't play a lot of you haven't played a lot of Star Wars games, correct?
Correct.
But do you know of Star Wars The Force Unleashed and what the story is behind that?
I don't remember the story behind it. I am somewhat familiar about the game because I remember when it was played. I know when my kids played it, but I didn't.
Okay. That's Darth Vader's apprentice that he was training to take over the Emperor.
Okay. I think I remember that now. Okay.
I know nothing.
She's like, I'm still in the Dead by Daylight one from last week.
Right. I mean, I like Star Wars. It's all. I mean, it's fine. It's a great franchise, and it's got some awesome theatrics and storylines and character arcs, and but I'm not as well versed by any means. But I'm not well versed in any movie generally. I've been more of a book person.
Most of my experience comes on the book side, not the game side.
Yeah. I was going to say Starkiller is also quite revered because he had some like mad next level force powers.
But Ash is right; those two names, Revan and Starkiller, are like buzzwords for Star Wars.
Oh yeah, they're like I said, they're mic drop names.
Yeah, or nerdgasms. That was that was actually a better choice of words with that one.
Yeah, but I'm excited for the game. I know a lot of people who really enjoyed the game when it came out, and this looks to be, it looks like they're doing a really great job with what they've been doing with it. Let's see.
Looks like we're going to get a new ship as well. Because from the very start, it looks like the ship that they were on, which we use as almost like a hub area to talk to our other friendly characters when we're going between planets and stuff. That looks like it's crashed at the start of this trailer. So it's either we're going to get a new ship, or we're going to be on one whole planet. I hope we do multiple other planets, because I do like seeing the other terrains. And I mean, in the first game, we got to see Kashyyyk. We got to see different areas of Kashyyyk that we wouldn't have normally seen. And we were, like I said, went to Dathomir, a few other places. So again, I hope we do get more planets, because that'd be awesome. And then we've got BD, and BD's adorable.
Oh yeah.
What is BD? Is a
Oh, that's the name of the droid that Cal's
Droid.
with. Yeah.
Yes.
droids?
That cute little thing on the back of Esh's back right there.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So other news that came out. Now a lot of Cassian Andor. Do you remember who that is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rogue One.
Right. So you all know that he is. They actually have a Star Wars and Andor. Basically, the Rebellion Begins series coming out, which is supposed to premiere on August 31st, 2022.
Not that far away.
Nope. And did you guys get to actually see that trailer?
I think I saw like bits of it. I don't think I've seen the full trailer.
Well, why don't?
Really, but
Dad's like, no, not yet. Well, let's
Nope.
take a look at it. That's the right button. Damn.
This button? That button.
This button.
Those buttons.
These buttons. Yours buttons.
Ooh.
Oh, this one. Yes, I have seen this.
Bah, 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 bah. Oh. Ring the bell! Ring the bell! Sorry. I've been waiting all day to do that for this trailer. Oh my god! Oh boy, no, go back, go back. I said go back and stop that. I want it.
You don't need one of those. That would,
I need this right here. I need this right here.
destruction. Death and destruction.
It's like a pre R2D2.
Prehistoric version.
She caught my eye. She looks like she could be a problem character.
Ooh. Hi guys.
They're so proud of themselves. So fat and satisfied. They're everywhere.
Yeah, the Empire, they're like cockroaches. They're everywhere. By the way, does anybody know what character that's supposed to be?
Is that Hollow?
Very good, Dad.
mhm.
Who?
Mon Mothma,
Who dat?
the actual leader of the rebellion.
Okay.
Try Alan.
See, I would have. Okay, I'll shut. I see. I would have rather had a series on her, centered around her, an original, something from the original trilogy. Maybe in Bella Organa would have been more of an interest to me. But
To be honest, like
trailer.
without going into too much of the sociopolitics of Disney shows at the moment, I have a feeling it might have a heavy emphasis on her, even though it's called Andor.
It does. They've already said that she plays a major key role in this.
Then why not just call the show whatever her name was rather than Andor?
Because when we go on the missions, we're gonna have to follow him instead of her. She doesn't go on missions. She's a political figure. She has an image to uphold, so they never find out what she's actually doing.
Then just
Kind of like if you watch Star Wars Rebels, how Leia plays both sides in Star Wars Rebels, so they never figure out that she's actually a rebel. She's just a member of the Senate and pro-Empire.
Yeah.
Soon enough. These days will end.
He's a good actor. I like him.
There will be no rules going forward. People
There's the Senate.
are standing up.
Now I want you to look at that because that's going to date that right there dates this.
That's like really early on. Those are like clone
Those
helmets.
are clone troopers.
Damn. Well, Rogue One is post prequels. So if this
Exactly.
is, I'm
So
guessing this will be
this is
sometime
even
between
earlier.
Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One.
It's between Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One. That's why you still see.
It's going to be
Because if
way
you remember
earlier.
at the beginning of this, we saw the shuttles that they used in like Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
We saw we saw the shuttles.
Yeah.
Dad.
yeah, those are the Republic attack gunships.
Mm-hmm. And now here we are. We have clone troopers, and most of these are probably going to be 501st members. Vader's fist, the right hand of Darth Vader. They go on Vader's things. So Vader's normally not far behind, or he's in charge of the mission. And they've been talking about how Hayden Christensen has been doing stuff getting set. They've been working on his Vader suit. And I don't know if it's just for the Obi-Wan that is going on Disney Plus now, but rumor has it that he may even show up in this as well.
I'd like them to make a Vader show where it's Hayden Christensen's Vader, but like going on his
Cassie, what did you say, my love?
Rampage.
Oh, I just repeated something. Nothing big, no.
Oh. But I really wanted to pause this for this moment because I think this is something very important to see, and that's why I said, Dad, when you were talking about you would like to see something on Mon Mothma, that's why that's when they said that she's going to play a critical role in this. I think we're going to see that from her standings on how she runs as a political person, trying to play both sides, showing that she's loyal to the Empire when she's not, while she's helping build this rebellion. But we need the scruffy nerf herder parts of the rebellion to take us on the missions because she can't go.
Okay, I've just had a look. The time gap between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope is 19 years. And Rogue One leads straight into New Hope because we see the very final
So
scene.
this is 19 years. Yeah.
So I'm guessing this is going to be a few years, probably I'd say around 5 to 10 years straight after Revenge of the Sith. Like bang in the middle of that time gap.
It really could. It's going to be interesting to see how they do this. But let's continue with the trailer. I just really wanted to point out that these are clone troopers. And also, if you notice, it's clone troopers with the bottom half, like the top half is clone troopers. The bottom half is now already full stormtrooper. So this is full. If you look, let me go back for just a second. Oh, you can't. Can I see? Let me mute this. Settings. 0.5. That way we don't hear any. Fight, TIE Fighter. There's a cloaked person. Okay. If you look here, you can actually see that this is the Stormtrooper bottom.
Yeah.
Part of the Stormtrooper top, like Clone Trooper arms and a Clone Trooper helmet. So
Wait,
this is like, it's in a transition phase. So we're in that transition phase.
Yeah. I'm not surprised because they would have transitioned the armor anyway. And also the commanders of the clone armies anyway, they adapted and changed different generations of their armor. So they had parts of Gen 2, parts of Gen 1, the best, because Gen 2 was it had slightly less defense capabilities, but it was more maneuverable. Gen 1 was thicker armor, but it wasn't as maneuverable, so they swapped and changed and welded their own bits together. So seeing this doesn't surprise me at all.
Nope.
That's what a reckoning sounds like.
Okay.
Nice.
I think it looks really cool. No, we already saw that. Thanks. Oh, look, Dad, we just talked about it. Tombstone.
And we just lost Cassie.
Oh no.
Yeah, there it is. There she back. So, what are your guys' thoughts on that one? I'm interested.
I am and kind of not.
I am.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
I depending on how they do it, I'm actually quite interested in watching to see how they take us from we're Senate, now I'm making this galactic empire, now clone troopers are stormtroopers, how they how things because I mean you don't hear about clone troopers or anything like that in the new trilogy, or the not the new trilogy, but the original trilogy or anything like that, other than the Clone Wars where you serve my father. That's the only mention that we get.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's going to be interesting because I mean, think about it. When you get into the sequels, there's that scene where Rey's talking to Han and she's like, "Is it all true?" And I'm like, "Honey, it ain't been that long since we defeated the Emperor. How quickly do you guys sweep shit underneath the fucking carpets?"
Very quickly in the mouse world.
Kind of makes sense. There's a lot of things going on.
Well, it was 34 years between Revenge of the Sith and Force Awakens.
Yeah, Ash, and there's been how many years since we colonized America and we knew more than what they did.
Right, but we're literally on a tiny little world. These are multiple worlds that would have so much more going on, and it's such an expansive universe of people and cultures and things that would be happening. I'm just saying, time would probably feel different with that much stuff.
True. But then again, you have Lucas who redid Return of the Jedi and went, "The Emperor's dead," and everybody instantly knows. Wait, what? How? How did the people way over there find out that way over here the Emperor went boomy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Naboo is where the hell over there. How the hell are they tearing down his statue? When did everybody in the galaxy become force sensitive?
Wi-Fi.
Intergalactic Wi-Fi.
Everybody got a memo.
Hey guys, the rebels are storming the second Death Star. Can we watch? Oh, cool!
Right?
Look,
Streaming.
the Emperor's dead. Woo! It's on TikTok. Check it out.
Hi guys,
Right,
coming at you live from the second Death Star. How's it going, guys? Good to see you. Welcome back.
We're live streaming on Twitch, yo.
Yeah.
How's it going, homies? Live from Starkiller Base. This one's a big one.
We're here with DadMan, Ash, AGP, and Cassie. Hey guys, what do you think about Darth Maul? Oh shit. No.
And Carl.
Dead. He's still dead.
Or is he?
Oh dear Lord, Ash.
Oh my
No, he
god,
died.
this is really hot.
You know what, Dad? He'll never die because Ash is here to keep him alive.
Hell yeah.
And the Disney Corporation.
Disney killed him.
No, they'll keep him back. They'll find some way to keep using him. Make Solo 2. Electric Boogaloo.
No, Disney said they killed him, so he's dead. He be gone.
You can always bring him back. Hey.
He is under the sands of Tatooine, for all we know.
Or is he?
What the
Dakota?
fuck? Or
No,
is he?
Obi-Wan buried him. I watched it.
Or did he?
Oh my
Dun,
god.
dun, dun.
Dun,
Oh
dun,
my
dun.
god. You got
Darth Maul.
Now
I
one
need
of the
to bow
things
out early, but my phone is getting its really hot thing going. So I
that's
love
fine.
you,
We
Miss
don't
Amanda.
we I love you too. Thank you so much.
Take care.
I will see you soon. You know, we only
Later,
go for
DadMan.
45 to an hour, so you're good.
Yeah, it'll be like I don't know if you can tell I'm glitching out. So later.
Bye, baby.
Take care.
All right. So now, those of you who have watched like The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, or their newest show, Obi-Wan Kenobi, they actually use this immersive CGI screen that they call stagecraft. They're not using that for this series. They are actually foregoing using stagecraft. They executive producer Sane Woolenberg actually said with an interview with ING at Star Wars Celebration, it is the first Star Wars show for Disney Plus that has not been leaning on the stagecraft technology.
Okay.
And there's
What are they going to
actually
use? Are they just going to build sets and use practical effects?
they're doing it old school way.
Nice. Interesting. That, from like a filmography standpoint, that's going to be interesting to see how that show turns out.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think. That's another reason why I'm interested in it is knowing how they're producing this series. The first season is only going to have 12 episodes, which is understandable if they're building sets, going to locations, and doing it the old school way. That makes a lot of sense, especially in a day to day where everybody wants something instant and they want it now. That's why a lot of things do go so CGI because it's simple, quick. Let's get it. Let's go. Look how much we can spew shit out. Going and doing something, where you're actually crafting it. I like that. It was one of the things that got me originally excited when we got the announcement of The Force Awakens was we were getting away from that. I want it now. Yes, Mousy. I know you always want it now. I get that, baby. But one of the things that excited me about The Force Awakens, regardless of anything, was the fact that they went back to basics for the most part. They did use CGI, but they did more of like Jurassic Park mix of CGI with practical effects. So it looked, when they talked to BB-8 or they talked to, a Muppet, they were talking to something. It's not like when you watch The Phantom Menace and Yoda's hearing Obi-Wan's going, but Master, he's down there, Obi-Wan. Master, no, he's down. Obi-Wan, look down. He's short and green. Look down. Please, for the love of God, Ewan McGregor, it's Yoda. He's like this tall.
I thought he was talking to Jar Jar at that moment.
No one called Jar Jar Master. No. No.
Well, Jar Jar could have been a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
Oh dear Lord! Look.
Originally written as one in the first scripts.
I mean, all that was a facade and act to throw people.
Jar Jar.
Yes.
Yeah. I really want to see Darth Jar Jar's abilities. You so want to speak like me. Misa hate you.
Well,
Fuck.
no. The original plan was, I think, was him to get to a point where he just drops his regular voice, and then his like Darth, like regular calculated, gritty Sith voice just takes over, and then he just goes on a mad one.
Yeah, but then Lucas decided Sith voices sound like no, and everybody laughed their asses off. So sorry. Still, did you listen to that line before you went? Yeah, that's good. Wrap it. Let's go ahead and ship that out. No, no, you idiot. Sorry, George. We love you. You gave us Star Wars. We love you for that. Please stop messing with it. Please. You've done some good, but then you keep pushing on other things. But like I said, when I knew they were going back with some practical effects and Muppets and things like that for The Force Awakens, that's what really perked my interest, because it was the amount of one, not only the dialogue, but the amount of CGI and stupid things like watching the head of the robot roll down the hill. Why did we have to watch that? Well, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and Jar Jar are running away in the woods. Can't we just follow them? No, we have to follow the robot head? Okay, cool. Thanks, George. I really needed to see where the debris went. Thanks. This isn't Twister.
Well, nobody wants to waste good cheese.
But they do say that I believe her name is Genevieve O'Reilly, who will be playing Mon Mothma. There is a video out there if you want to check it out. She actually discusses the state of the Galactic Senate during the height of Palpatine's power, and how that actually will be influencing Andor. So, like I said, I'm actually quite interested in the fact that it is going to be happening. And then, unfortunately, I couldn't find this, but we did find out that we got a first look at the new Ahsoka show, but for some reason I can't
Did
seem
we?
to. They did something, but I can't seem to find the video. I'm going to look again. First look. See if I can find. Every time I put in Ahsoka, it just goes. Oh, there we go. Finally, I just had to put it in like this. Okay. Let me make sure this is actually, because I keep finding people showing me their reactions to it. I haven't found the actual.
So not on like the official Star Wars YouTube or something.
Right. Yeah. They actually didn't.
Well, while you're looking, have either one of you actually been to a Star Wars celebration?
No, I have not.
I actually attended two, 5 and 6 back in the, I think, 2010s. Quite an interesting event. I know it's a lot changed now because that was before the sale to Disney. It was a really neat event to go to if you ever get to go to one. I mean, meet the actors and stuff like that. We had quite a few good experiences with it.
I heard it's really great. I have a lot of friends who go every year. I got friends that are in both the Florida garrison and the Ohio garrisons of the 501st. I actually know one of the Star Wars artists, Joe Caroni, who's a really good friend of mine, has this amazing Leia piece. I think I can find it real quickly. And I did find the trailer finally.
Yay! Or boo, I don't know. I'm Moff Tarkin tonight.
So this is actually licensed, and this is a piece that he did of Carrie Fisher. Come here.
Who's got potato chips?
It's not potato chips. It's me pulling it out of its protective case.
Okay.
Because this is one of my prized possessions that I have.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
And then, of course, it says Carrie Fisher, 1956 to 2016. And on the bottom, it says, "To me, she is royalty."
Cool.
That's nice.
And he's an official licensed Star Wars artist. And a really nice guy, good friend of mine. Some of the information that I've told you guys before that, I don't just run my mouth off of or anything like that, because it's not my place. That's where I've gotten the information from before.
Okay.
Oh. Thank you very much. It's like I said, it stays in this plastic, and then I put it in a tube until I actually have a friend of mine who does framing, and he came by, got the dimensions from it, was very careful, and he's building a one of a kind frame for this for me.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
yes. So I tweaked out when I saw her in The Mandalorian. I thought she looked absolutely fabulous. And I've watched the Clone Wars. Ahsoka is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. She always has been. She's so much fun. And watching her, that line, "I am no Jedi," when she fought Vader, was absolutely astonishing in Rebels. And now
definitely.
her teaser trailer.
Sense much fear in you. Seen what such feelings can do to a fully trained Jedi Knight.
She looks so good.
Are we sure this isn't fan made?
Fell a long time ago.
Yeah, it really is.
There aren't many Jedi left.
Okay, watch with the
These
music.
are all scenes.
Oh, look at the little rat!
Now it's where is Grand?
Hey, be kind to rats.
It kind of looked like the Jerobas from Ark Survival. I thought it was cute.
May the Force be with you.
I don't like the fact that they're using parts of The Mandalorian to show this.
I'm pretty sure this is a fan made one.
It says Disney Plus at the top.
Check the description.
Give me a second.
Because everything so far has been scenes
Yeah,
from
it's been
movies or-
Mandalorian.
not just Mandalorian, but scenes from other.
Let's take a look. This is from January, that's why.
Yeah. I mean, it was still cool to watch.
It is still cool to watch. Let me see if I can find. See, this is the problem: is there's still some things.
From what I can tell, something it was the trailer for Ahsoka was shown at Star Wars Celebration, but it wasn't like officially released, and people got like leaked footage and stuff. And I think that's what's out there.
I'm believing that you're right, because there was some major. Because The Mandalorian also. The Mandalorian was also leaked, and no one wanted to see that. Hold on. Yeah, see, I can't find it without other people talking about it. So what we're gonna do, because I'm not going to show something that we're not supposed to show, because I'm not losing my stuff. So if I am a huge fan of also Rebels, have either of you two seen that?
Absolutely.
No.
That was one of the most stale no's I've ever heard from DadMan.
No. I'm sorry. I only laughed at because it reminds me of when I ask somebody, would you like yada, 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 yada at work? And instead of going, no, thank you, they're just like, no.
Nope.
Hey, my bad. I have to ask the question. Without knowing the answer to the question, I can't complete your order.
No. I told you I'm Grandma Tarkin tonight, you know? No. Charming.
All right. So, the Ahsoka trailer shows us the live action versions of Sabine Wren,
Okay.
Chopper,
Right.
and Hera
Okay.
that'll be part of the series, and there's a mural with Ezra in the show.
Ooh.
And rumor has it that he may show up.
Okay, well, if Ezra's going to show up, what's his face? Blue dude, help me out. Thrawn, there we go.
Thrawn?
Thrawn, Admiral
Oh,
Thrawn.
no.
He's going to have a name drop or something in the show, because the last thing we see of Ezra from Rebels is these massive ass naturally light speed jumping space whales running off with Ezra and Thrawn on
Space Wells.
these space whales attaching to the ship with Ezra and Thrawn and just taking them off into the unexplored territories.
No, Grand Admiral Thrawn was an awesome character in the books, and I'm afraid that they
Oh, hell
will
yeah.
change him and ruin him. I've never gotten into Rebels, and honestly, Ahsoka's a character I never liked from day one, and thought, like Lucas originally, she should have died with Order 66. But
To be honest,
if people
Thrawn
like
in
it, then-
Rebels, they did really well.
well, but it's different than what I consider the original lore, though. I'm old. I'm Grandma Tarkin. It's going to be what people like it. That's what they like, and and that's good. I mean, the production wise, that looks like a nice trailer there. It really does, And if they can put that kind of production quality in it, it could be a series worth watching. If you if it's your cup of tea,
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm interested in seeing it. Just because. Oh my God! No!
No.
Stop! Why is everything? No, I want to see. Okay. So unfortunately, guys, you're gonna have to probably find this stuff out on your own, because like I said, I don't think that we can find these things. Everything seems to be someone's reaction to it, and I don't want to watch somebody else's reaction to anything. Hold on.
And if there's an embargo or something, you don't want to show it.
Yeah, because when I look for it and I type in Star Wars Celebration 2022, they keep saying exclusively at those that were attended got to see. So this is something that they've kept under wraps, and they're not going to release these trailers for some time. Eventually, enough of it will get leaked that somebody's going to see it and say, hey, okay, fine, let's have it out.
Well,
But they also dropped Mandalorian Season 3.
What, full trailer or just the teaser?
It's the teaser trailer.
Okay.
It was shown behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Of course, IGN got to be there.
Obviously.
It's the first footage. The footage kind of reintroduces the fact that some of the characters that we've met before. But according to IGN, the footage actually shows looming conflict with Bo-Katan coming into which we kind of knew because he now has the Darksaber, and she needs that.
Well, yeah, that's obviously going to happen because Bo-Katan's what she wants to do, as if you guys have seen the Boba Fett show, she appeared in that, and we basically know that what she wants to do is try and rebuild Mandalore. And to do that, she needs the Darksaber, which Mando has got. But Mando's journey is going to Mandalore anyway because of what happened in Boba Fett. We know that the armor chick, the what was the name? The one that made the weapons and Grogu's little chainmail, like mesh and stuffs. Anyway, the armor chick. So she was basically saying, "Oh, yeah, the only way you can redeem yourself because you took your helmet off by choice is to go to the pools of what's it in under the main place on Mandalore." And so he's going to probably go there. And we know that Mandalore is a ruin because of what the Empire did. So he's probably going to go there trying to find these pools. I'm guessing it's going to be intact miraculously for plot. And that's that. And obviously he's got a little baby Grogu with him as well. So yeah, there's obviously going to be conflict because both of their paths lead to Mandalore. They just have different things. And like it's it is what it is. Sometimes.
Yeah. Let's see. So I'm actually interested because I liked Mandalorian. It'll be interesting to see how well the show does now that Grogu is off with Luke, and we're gonna probably see more of Grogu now over in the Ahsoka show
As well,
more than
yeah.
anything else.
Yeah.
On top of that, the other what was the other thing that I was actually really interested in? Crap, help me. Remember we did this a while ago. Where we did the Star Wars Visions, which were those short little cuts
Oh yeah.
of different.
The
They're
anime
bringing
studio
a
ones.
volume 2
Mhm.
in spring of 2023.
Yeah.
Wait, volume 2 as in new studios, or each studio is going to get to do a second episode to the original one?
The series of animated short films to celebrate a galaxy far, far away through the lens of anime creators will officially return in spring 2023 with volume 2, and that is all that has been said about that.
Okay.
But I am excited because, dude, I really enjoyed those.
Oh, they were
I really did. They
good.
were so good. So good. Even Dad liked some of those.
I think
Yeah, I've
one of
got
my
to watch. I never sat down and watched them. I only watched a few clips, but you know they looked interesting, except for that silly Sith umbrella thing. I just still can't get.
to be honest, I loved that.
The
one.
Swiss Army saber, but they were not canon. They were just fun. They did something different. And that I thought they were enjoyable.
Yeah.
But you know what? To the whole point of the going to the celebrations, it's really cool that when they have things like that, where they have the sneak previews and viewing events. I remember one year they played all of the 6 movies each night. They did stuff for group events to get people together too.
Oh, yeah.
Around the movies. Ash, I know they've had a couple times in Europe, and not always here in America. But if anybody gets a chance to go to them, they're good events to go to. They really are fun.
And on top of that animated, we're getting another thing called Star Wars Tales of the Jedi, an animated series that will be telling stories of Ahsoka, Count Dooku, and Qui-Gon Jinn. And yes, Liam Neeson is returning to voice Qui-Gon Jinn in this series. And that'll be coming out this fall. It's supposed to be an upcoming anthology of original animated shorts. And I'm actually really quite interested to see it.
And this version of Liam Neeson cannot get killed because we already know his fate.
Maybe it's a ghost Liam Neeson. So he's got a particular set of skills.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Esh, the BD1 is now ready for the Lego Star Wars BD1 is now up for pre-order.
Oh, why?
And if you really want to see what he's going to look like, and where I'm reading all of my information.
Oh my god! It's so adorable. Does it walk as well?
I don't know. You'll have to look it up.
To be honest, I could probably make it walk.
I can make it walk.
Have some Lego Mindstorms and that. Or I'm an electronics engineer. I can make it walk.
Okay. This is funny. Dad, hold on. This is funny. You have to see this. I think you'll appreciate this. Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation. This summer will be fully operational.
The Death Star is a beach ball.
Yes.
I asked maybe for one of those in Fortnite when they bring Vader in.
Look at
Hell yeah.
look at the little Porg Legos on top of Darth Vader's head.
Yes. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation reveal. Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation is set to arrive on Disney Plus on August 5th, 2022, and we'll see Rose, Rey, Finn, Poe, and Chewbacca taking a vacation after defeating Emperor Palpatine. They quickly learned that other Star Wars characters who have attempted to take a peaceful vacation have had not much luck. Alongside the return of many classic characters, Weird Al will also make an appearance as Vic Von Kong. Oh, Lord have mercy. The soundtrack to this, baby. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. That was worth this entire thing right here, by the way. That you know what? I need this poster in my life. I really do. I really need that poster in my life. Oh, and if you didn't see it, at Star Wars Celebration, they did show us the Indiana Jones picture.
Of picture of what?
Is he in the casket yet?
Nope.
So there's going to be a new Indy, Indy 5, basically.
First image of Indiana Jones 5. No trailer, no further stories. This is literally the very first image that was revealed.
Did they reveal anything of the Indiana Jones game
Nope.
from Lucasfilm Games, which is being made by Bethesda?
I know.
Same people that made Skyrim. Yes.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, will be coming to Nintendo Switch on June 8th, 2022.
Nice. More Switch ports. Love it.
And then there's just, there's a lot of interviews that you could definitely take a look at. Where, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor and Ian McDermott talk about their characters. Ian McDermott actually talks about how if the Obi-Wan does well, he would like a Palpatine prequel series. He thinks that would be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He actually said that an Emperor Palpatine prequel series, potentially starring Tom Hiddleston, would be very interesting. And no, he confirmed Palpatine is not supposed to be showing up in Obi-Wan. Now, the last trailer that we have is for a show called The Bad Batch.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Yeah, boy. Also, apparently something called Skeleton Crew. I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, there is something called Skeleton Crew, which I will get to, but I want to show this last trailer because, dude, yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know what I weeked out about.
Buy your freedom. You can have a future. Isn't that what you're after?
We're already free.
Clearly, you're not paying attention to what's happening out there.
Hey, Papa Palpatine.
For the new era.
Run! Run, boys,
Others
run!
out there who need our help. We'll take all the allies we can get.
Yes! Yes!
I'm so excited!
Let's get to work.
Yeah, boy! No, with the
that
music.
tune, though. Oh, hell yeah.
Now, do you remember him from the Clone Wars?
Which one? Remember
The
which one?
Wookiee Jedi.
Yes, I was going to mention that. We saw the story arc of the Wookiee Jedi making the hilt of his lightsaber out of bark
Wood
one of
from
the
his
trees
cheese,
on
yep.
Kashyyyk. Yeah,
What is his name? Gunji.
Gunji, let's go.
I am so excited to see him. Come on, Dad, a Wookiee with a lightsaber.
All I can think of is Lobaka with that one.
I get that,
It's
but
gonna be me
but,
with a lightsaber.
remember, this is before this takes this is taking place again, kind of at the same time as the live action thing that's happening. If you pay attention, oh shit, I just forgot the total. Andor is taking the same place at the same time as Andor is going on.
Same time frame, yeah.
About the same time frame, if not before it.
Yeah, because Bad Batch is literally just after Order 66. That's basically when it starts. Because everything goes to shit for them. Because they go back to Camino, and then everything's taken over by the Empire. They do their thing. They basically take over Camino. Spoilers for the Bad Batch, by the way. Destroy
Yeah.
Camino, and they do their thing. They go off and do other things. Fun times.
Oh yeah.
They just love
And-
the Empire. They're great.
We just love the
They
Empire.
love preserving things, don't they?
And then the last thing, which Ash kind of mentioned, something called Star Wars Skeleton Crew. This story actually takes place after Return of the Jedi and actually fits within the timeline of The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. This is a new Disney Plus original series that launches in 2023, and it stars
Animated
Jude
live
Law.
Jude Law.
Yep.
Fuck yes. He's an excellent actor.
It's actually created by Spider-Man's No Way Home's John Watts and Christopher Ford.
Nice.
It follows a group of 10-year-old kids from a small planet who get lost in that galaxy far, far away and must find their way home.
Nice. So is it animated or live action, sorry? Do we not know yet?
I don't know anything yet.
Ooh. Oh, Jude Law's great. Love that guy.
Oh, and for those of you wondering, Mandalorian Season 3 is coming in February of 2023. So I expect that we will actually see trailers dropping within about a month or so,
Yeah.
knowing how they do their timeline and everything. So all in all, there has been a lot of information that came out from Star Wars Celebration 2022. There's some information it's not my thing. Congratulations for those of you who are fans of the High Republic, because it sounds like they got some really cool stuff coming out. But be nice.
Be honest, what actually is
Be
coming from the High Republic?
nice.
What actually is coming for the High Republic? I'm curious. Is it more like comics or books or?
Okay,
They-
so
Star Trek type stories. Well, the writers, I mean, anyway.
So they're going with a thing called Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. It's a new show headed on Disney Plus and Disney Junior that is aimed at pre-kindergarten children. It is set during the High Republic era.
But see, my fundamental problem with all this, they're redoing stuff that's already been done. They had the Young Jedi stories before. And that's where I'm having a philosophical problem with a lot of this stuff. It's not new ground that they're creating. They're just taking previous ideas and trying to spin it their own way. And
They're
that's
trying
not
to
original story,
make new original
content.
ideas in pre-existing frameworks.
Yeah, and now they're picking certain things like Star Killer or Revan. They pull something like that after saying there was no sources to pull from, but then they know which ones to pull from to get those or nerdgasms, as I said earlier. And that's where somebody like me struggles with this stuff. I'd like to support it. I'd like to do things, but you sort of, kind of a mixed bag. But hey, what everybody tries it. You watch it for yourself. You make the decisions on what you want to do. Yeah.
Like I said,
Exactly.
if you're a fan of the High Republic, you've got new books, and if you have children that you want to introduce it to and see if they liked it, and this is aimed for little itty bitty kids. It's Disney Junior. So, if you're a fan of the High Republic, you guys have some stuff that's coming out for you guys as well. I personally am not a fan of the High Republic. And so it's not something that I really wanted to cover. I wanted to focus on stuff that either A, was within the realm of Star Wars that I know, or stuff that I find interesting within the universe. Or, like with the Visions, not part of the universe, but man, Vision season 1 was just, oh Lord have mercy, those shorts were just phenomenal. I was just totally, when I saw the trailer and then we got to take a look at them, I instantly went to go watch those as soon as I could.
And you know what? They were their own thing. They stood alone. Who would have ever thought anime was Star Wars? You know, it was a fresh idea. It was very effective. Of course, you have all the ideas.
I have anime books of the original trilogy.
No, I mean anime, not just the, but the.
Well, it's manga, but anime is.
Well, but the manga style, the way they did it with these, it was a fresh concept. It was a fresh idea, which it takes it. That's risk taking, to do something different, and in that case, Visions 1 was great. Let's see what Visions 2 becomes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Dog, move. Dog, move. No, Dad, what I'm trying to tell you is.
Puppy treat, let's go.
They did.
Nice.
They did, and it's, well, read it this way.
Yeah. Right to left. Yeah. Okay.
Is it in Japanese? Oh, no, it's English.
It's in English, but the bind is...
Japanese, yeah. What's it called?
It's the original trilogy, just manga version.
You said the original trilogy, right?
Yeah, this is the original trilogy. But I'm just saying that people have been thinking about doing stuff like this.
That they made new story ideas in that, using that style. Yeah, I mean, that was a risk to do that with those studios, to come up with something fresh and creative. They may have used the style for the original series.
Those are definitely anime eyes.
Hell yeah. Gee, with that hairstyle, I wonder who that could be.
But these came out from Dark Horse.
Nice, they do good stuff.
I love the Dark Horse. Because I have all the the Timothy Zahn books from the extended universe, they turned those into comics, and I have all of those as well from Dark Horse. And you said puppy treat.
Yep.
Sorry, I was trying to get to the books, and they're all the way in the living room, and then she had to be underneath my feet. And...
No worries.
Where'd she go? Izzy, where'd you go? I didn't kick. Where? No, you're the cat. You're the dog. Come here. Yonk. Okay, before make sure everybody sees that you're a brony because you're wearing your My Little Pony scarf. There you go. That I made, by the way. Silence. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support there.
You're welcome.
Hell yeah.
All right, so Ash, final thoughts. What are you excited for?
Well, if it wasn't obvious before, the new
The High Republic. Got it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, the Jedi Survivor game. That's the main, one of the main highlights for me. But to be honest, like a lot of the other stuff as well. I'm happy we're getting more Star Wars stuff. But like highlights in particular for me is basically anything to do with Jedi. I just love Jedi stuff. Like for me, like in the Obi-Wan show.
I'm loving that, by the way.
I have mixed feelings about it. But for me personally, my favorite scene, very start of episode 1, where the kids are the young Padawans are running across the bridge. We have the wide angle shot of all the Jedi being killed by the clone troopers, and one by one their lightsabers start to shut off. And that scene just sent chills. Well, it's the very start of episode 1. It's literally the first scene or first couple of scenes.
Yeah, but no, I'm actually enjoying it, and of course, this is me. So I'm going, that's an Easter egg. That's an Easter egg. That's an Easter egg. That one and that 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 and that. Mom's like, are you still watching it? Yeah, I gotta find all the Easter eggs. It's okay. Because I'm one of those people.
One thing in particular that really pissed me off about the Obi-Wan show, it's not what you think. It's basically, spoilers, again, spoiler warning. It basically, when he digs his lightsaber out of the sand, he starts digging, he hits the box, and then it immediately jump cuts to a completely dug out box with a trench around the box. When I saw that, that pissed me off. Like, you're just digging, and then the next second, it's completely dug out, and the box is perfectly there in the center of the hole. I'm just like, what are you doing?
Because obviously, that tool is also a pickaxe. Didn't you check out Fortnite? Duh.
Yeah, of course. But like, a pickaxe would just not go through sand as efficiently as a shovel.
Dad, is there anything that you saw today that you're interested in, or at least perked your interest?
The Visions too.
Visions.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hell yeah.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's its own thing.
It's new and original, basically.
Yeah, new, original, and it doesn't take you away from what you know and love, and I get that. Me, as a fan of Mandalorian,
like I said, in the light, because we talked about it before. Not trying to derail here, is this because I see where the series ends with Luke Skywalker after the Skywalker, so-called Skywalker. So, with the way that ends, it's like to me, everything in between is meh. So, if I see something I like, I'll do it. But they're going to have to have a hard. It's going to be a high bar to get there for me. But hey, you know, if people like it, they like it, and good for them. So,
and of course for me,
I like hearing Ash's reviews too, because when Ash speaks down on something, then it has to be really, really bad.
I try my best not to speak down on anything.
So everything Star Wars after the 6th film.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm allowed to say I know it's not my personal favorite, and I can say I don't personally like it, but I try not to talk down to make anybody feel like something that they like is supposed to be bad. Because at the end of the day, these things are what they are. They aren't what they aren't. And it's just entertainment. I know we as fans take things to an extreme sometimes, that a lot of people do kind of just go, okay, I don't even want to be a part of this fandom. And that's something that we as fans really need to look at ourselves and go, look, I am passionate about this, but my passion for this should never make someone else go, no, I'm out, I'm done. My passion should never drive someone away from something. And I always try to keep that in mind. It's different if I'm having a discussion with someone that the whole point is, well, why don't you? Well, because these are the things that I don't like. Well, this is what I thought about this. I can see your point of view. This is my point of view. And that's one thing. But I will never, I try my best not to talk things down. I need to work on, when someone says something like Alien versus Predator Requiem, I don't go into a convulsion and die because I really have a distaste for that movie. But there are fans of it.
Yeah, for me, that film, it was only shit because the lighting was terrible and you couldn't see
The lighting
anything.
was terrible and they put humans in it.
Yeah, true.
But the one thing that I have to remind myself is at the end of the day, it's entertainment. That's all that this is.
Well, for some people, it's way more than that because this entertainment can provide an escapism of whatever is happening in their personal life. So to see that change so drastically to the point it feels like a perversion of what it once was, I completely understand their pain.
Well, Ash, I'll tell you what. Reason why I'm so feel jaded is because I don't read well. It's a struggle to read. I read so many of the EU books and stuff over the years, and then when they said we had nothing to go from, and they purposely did what they did to my favorite characters of all time with Han and Luke, with where they ended up,
Yeah.
it feels like I wasted all that time reading when I was
Yeah.
enjoying reading. I was enjoying the stories, and
Yeah.
I it's personal with me because I felt like I wasted time that I could have been doing other stuff for them because they just threw it out the window. And these stories don't connect with me, and they will probably never connect. And I've tried. I've tried in some of these cases. There are other things that I will talk to you off air about that also go in some ways. But I mean, you got that whole thing. It's like when they said we had nothing to rely on. Anyway, so to your point, Ash, I appreciate that. You're right.
I completely agree. Like a lot of fans' pain is each story is personal to them of what Star Wars helped them through. And because of the changes, like you just said, DadMan, it's like like you said, it felt that time was wasted because they've completely changed. But yes, they've completely changed it, but no one will ever take the original stuff away from you. You can still buy the original books. No one can take the time you spent reading all those books away from you.
And I do agree with that. I do agree with that. And that's the universe I will probably find myself staying in with where I enjoyed that. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I've said it countless times. For me, the sequels are not my canon. I like The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the other twos. There are bits and pieces in the second one that I do enjoy. There are concepts there that I really would have loved to have seen them actually go forward with, but when they brought JJ back, that became null and void. But Star Wars has such an expansion, and Disney's a company, Dad. It's just a company. They may say to them it's not canon, but to many a people, the extended universe will always be canon, and they can't take Mara Jade from us. They can't take Han and Leia's 3 kids from us. They can't take that struggle that Leia went through to finally accept her father to name her 3rd son, Anakin. They can't take that away from us. They never will be able to do this. They're a company. They can't take away our emotions. They can't take away our connection. And just because someone says, well, this isn't canon. No, it's not canon for them. It's canon for me. It's canon for you. That's like, it's no different than the outrage of midichlorians. This is the Force.
But the hard part with it is you really can't, that's fine, but it makes it harder. You want to support the new stuff or try to support the new stuff, and you just can't because you can't start with it. But hey, yes, I love that idea, and that's what I'm doing. I mean, that to me is what I do.
Yeah,
I got my Star Wars, and that Star Wars, Darth Maul died and never came back again.
And we shall forever argue that point.
Well, in my universe, it's settled. So in your universe, it's a different thing.
My greatest letdown in the entire world is George Lucas not making his sequels to watch Dad in a movie theater blow up when he goes, oh, by the way, this is your big bad now. And Phil wants to put Blackjacks and hookers into Star Wars.
I agree. Hey, that would liven up Star Wars.
I mean, we did see some blackjack in the second sequel, but amen. Look, at the end of the day, Star Wars is what you make of it. Again, I still will fight that one.
And I agree with Squeaky on that one. That my Star Wars
in Amanda's canon.
No, in the original theatrical release of Star Wars, to say Han shot first is to say that Greedo got a shot off.
Yeah.
So I will always argue no.
And I
Greedo originally never shot, so Han did not shoot first. There was only a solo shot.
Mm-hmm.
Horror.
And that was, I remember Amanda brought that up a few weeks ago. That was the problem with the special edition releases, because you ended up with that
But
last. And
but at the same point in time, Dad, the man who created Star Wars, made changes that even the fans themselves don't like.
Exactly.
And that's where I have to come from. I do not consider a lot of the stuff within the special edition to be. I know I did that on purpose. Yes, Field Greedo never shot. Exactly. So even then, when the creator himself going, this is how I envisioned this, and this is what I wanted to do with this, that whole song and dance sequence in Jabba's palace never happened for me.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that thing they added with that.
And I think that there is a great way to make an example for a lot of people when the prequels came out and they started talking about midichlorians and everybody went, yeah, we're going to ignore that and keep with what Obi-Wan said about the Force. We as fans already went against even our own creator of Star Wars and said, no, this doesn't work for us. And we could do the same with Disney and go, that's cool. I like that, but it's not canon, but I do like it. I like that, and I might actually put that into my own canon because Star Wars is for the one thing that we have learned though is there's something for almost everybody within the Star Wars universe. And if regardless of anything, The Force Awakens brought Star Wars back after a really long time, and it is introducing not only younger people to Star Wars. It may not be the same Star Wars that we grew up with, but then there's kids asking about Star Wars to people like us, and then we get the opportunity to go, well, this is what my Star Wars was when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's been how many years? 1977. 1977. Okay? So I'm 42, so it's been 44 years. 44 years. In 6 years, it will reach its 50th anniversary.
Holy shit.
It'll reach its 50th anniversary and it's still going strong. Shows you that the Force will always be strong with Star Wars.
Absolutely.
And I think that is the perfect note to leave on. Don't you guys think so?
I was just thinking the same thing. That was like an ending the show.
The only thing is, go to Celebration sometime if you haven't, because it is, like we saw tonight, you can see a lot of new stuff coming out. So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you'll be able to see, stuff that's exclusive because we didn't get to see it, but we got to read about it. And it's just a really cool place to hang out with people that love Star Wars.
Absolutely.
So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching us. Don't forget to go ahead and check out DadMan over on his Twitter account at DadManWonky55. You can check out Cal over here at Esh Singh over on YouTube. Excuse me. And over on his Twitter account, which is Eshthing1. And for AGP, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, and of course, YouTube. On that note, the Force will be with you always. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.